What's the most ridiculous emergency call you've ever received? I'm a dog groomer and got an emergency call at 4 a.m. from some celebrity's personal assistant. She was sobbing that their prize-winning poodle had been body swapped overnight and they needed immediate help before the morning photo shoot. I threw on clothes and raced across town to this massive gated estate. The security guard was already waiting with a visitor pass and golf cart to drive me up the winding driveway past perfectly manicured gardens. The owner met me at the front door in a silk robe. Mascara streaked down her face. Thank God you're here. Someone broke into our home and switched Princess with an identical imposter. I've been awake all night studying security footage. She led me through marble hallways into a temperature-controlled grooming suite that looked more expensive than most people's kitchens. On a velvet cushion sat a perfectly groomed white standard poodle with a diamond-studded collar. "This isn't Princess," she cried, pointing dramatically at the dog. Someone replaced her with a body double. Look at her facial structure. I knelt down and examined the poodle carefully. Same microchip scanning correctly. Same tiny crescent-shaped scar on her left ear from puppyhood. Same custom Cartier collar with Princess engraved in cursive script. "Ma'am, this is definitely Princess. Everything matches your records perfectly." She shook her head frantically, pacing around the grooming table. "You don't understand. Princess has a naturally regal expression, almost aristocratic. This dog looks common, almost peasant-like around the eyes." The poodle just sat there panting slightly, looking exactly like every other well-groomed standard poodle I'd encountered in 15 years of professional grooming. Maybe she's just tired from the early morning. Dogs can look different when they're sleepy. "No, you clearly don't know Princess like I do. She poses for Vogue magazine covers and luxury pet food commercials." I study her face more carefully than my own reflection. She pulled out her phone and scrolled through hundreds of professional photos from the past month. Same dog, same perfectly groomed coat, just different lighting and camera angles creating subtle variations in expression. "See this photo from Tuesday? Look at how Princess holds her head with natural confidence. Now look at this imposter. The posture is completely wrong for a champion bloodline." I compared the photos to the living dog sitting patiently before us. Princess looked identical in every measurable way, down to the specific curl pattern in her expertly styled top knot. Princess would never sit with such slouched shoulders, she continued, becoming more agitated. "This fake dog clearly comes from inferior breeding stock, probably some backyard breeder's attempt at replication." The poodle tilted her head slightly, which somehow made the owner even more convinced of the conspiracy. "See that head tilt?" Princess turns her head exactly 15 degrees to the right, never to the left. "This is definitely not my dog." She called her security team and demanded they review all overnight footage again. 3 guards confirmed that nobody had entered or left the property, and the dog never left the grooming suite. "The cameras must have been hacked then," she muttered. "Professional dog thieves probably looped old footage." I spent the next 3 hours giving the increasingly confused poodle a complete confidence restoration spa treatment, while the owner watched anxiously through the glass door, taking notes on everything I did. The treatment included aromatherapy bath, professional blow-dry, precision scissoring touch-ups, nail filing, teeth cleaning, and what she called posture realignment therapy, which was basically just me gently adjusting how the dog sat. She paid me $2,500 in cash and immediately scheduled weekly authenticity verification appointments to ensure Princess maintained her proper royal bearing and facial expressions. As I packed my equipment, she was already on the phone with her veterinarian demanding DNA testing to prove the body swap theory. The real Princess seemed genuinely relieved when my work was finally finished, and she could return to her normal dog activities like napping and eating expensive organic treats.